Hey y'all, what is up? What is good? Ghost Squad, how are y'all doing? Today Black Ghostface is here to do another Be Amazed video, and this is a part 2 of people having a worse day than you. Now, seeing that Be Amazed has a lot of series and such, I'm gonna be digging into Be Amazed quite a bit. So I've seen that they got some interesting playlists, so stay tuned for that. But we diving in to people having a worse day than you. I wonder how worse can it be? That's the question.
No matter what life throws at you, it's important to remember that there's always someone having a worse day than you. From catastrophic cock-ups to total worst-case scenarios, here are some friendly reminders that, hey, it isn't all that bad. Sometimes curiosity gets the better of us, and this teen learned the hard way that just because something looks like a perfect fit doesn't mean it is. Poor Sabrina popped her finger through a park table while hanging out with friends and quickly realized her mistake. It definitely wasn't coming out again. Her friends tried everything from lotion and ice to pure brute force, but eventually 911 was called and the table had to be cut apart, with the finger still in it. One broken and bruised digit later, Sabrina was finally free. This image is pretty much every homeowner.
What gave her the idea? What gave her the idea? I mean, okay, she a kid, but it's like, bro, what gave you the idea to put your finger in there, knowing that it's hard for that to come out? Oh, I'm sure we all tried that once. As a kid, but she a teenager. I don't see. Oh wow. It's a good thing her finger was still intact. Could have took the whole finger off.
Worst nightmare. Imagine hearing a monumental crash in the middle of the night and rushing to the kitchen to confront your intruder, only to discover something far worse. The cupboards have detached themselves from the wall, sending your best cutlery crashing to the ground. The cost of this cleanup operation probably amounts to a burglary, and where would you even start? You can probably tell by the expression on this man's face that legal proceedings haven't gone too swimmingly. Mr. Salem was arrested in 2014 for assaulting a police officer after stealing a coat, and he spent 5 months at Rikers Island Jail, blissfully unaware that his bail status had been reduced to just $1. Initially, bail was set at $25,000, but after prosecutors failed to get an official indictment, his release was ordered. Only his legal aid failed to tell him. Unsurprisingly, Salem is now suing the city and his attorneys for wasted time.
Wow.
Allergy tests can be helpful,
Wow.
but no one expects to end up looking like this unlucky girl by the end of it. According to her sister, the girl was allergic to everything she tested for.
Everything?
The worst of which was a nasty reaction to horses. It may not have been the result she hoped for, but hopefully this will be her first and only rodeo. Iron.
Allergic to everything she tested for? Especially horses? Yeah, we might need to put you in a bubble, sweetie, because, yeah, that, oh God, yeah, hey, just don't go to the beach. You better not wear a bikini, because I promise you right now, people will be rubbernecking the crap out of you. And not because of your body.
Irony is oh so sweet, and this photo has it in spades. It's not often that the emergency services are the ones dialing 911. But this unlucky situation happened in 2016 when 12 Kansas City police officers were rescued from an elevator by the neighboring Kansas City Fire Department. The elevator installed within the police academy and the highly amused firefighters called to the job just couldn't resist snapping a photo of the historic moment.
Hey!
Imagine
Really?
you're going about your day when the unthinkable happens. A porcupine drops out of the sky and lands on your head.
Whoa!
Sounds like something from a cartoon, but one unlucky woman made it a reality. Brazilian housewife Sandra Nabuco ended up with 200 spines embedded in her scalp after a porcupine fell from a telephone wire while she was out dog walking. It could be worse though. Just look at this guy who got a face full of quills after sticking his head into a hole in a tree. Maybe he had it coming though. Home delivery services aren't always up to scratch. especially when you're not around to oversee the safe arrival of your long-awaited parcel. Thankfully, the option to leave the parcel in a safe place can be a saving grace, but not so much when that place ends up being the toilet bowl. One unlucky man was shocked to discover his printer ink delivery in the toilet, along with an apologetic note from the delivery guy confessing that he thinks it might have fallen in accidentally. At least he's honest.
Yeah?
Most of us have witnessed the embarrassing moment a breakable item is dropped at the
Whoa!
supermarket, causing a commotion among nosy shoppers. And some of you might have even committed the act yourself.
Now, why would you?
A few
Okay,
apologies
yeah, you
and
deserve
one
that.
disgruntled cleanup
You deserve
operation
all of
later, and the
that.
damage is usually forgotten about. But I'm not sure the same can be said for a catastrophe as big as this one. This monumental cooking oil spill would be one slippery scenario, but it can't be quite as bad as the cost of this red wine disaster. Not to mention the smell.
Somebody's getting fired.
Everybody screws up at work sometimes, and usually small mistakes are easily
the-
forgiven. But I'm willing to bet the driver of this forklift didn't need to clock in the morning after this disaster.
I think I remember
Mostly
this
because
one.
he was probably in the hospital. He must have misjudged the gap in the path ahead, and he ended up colliding with the crates of beer instead, sending the huge structure crashing down. To make matters worse, a resulting domino effect eventually wiped out the entire factory floor, burying the forklift. It's impossible to know when a natural disaster
Fired!
might strike, and several car owners in Florence learned that the hard way when they left their cars in designated parking bays. The stretch of city street running up to the Ponte Vecchio Bridge totally collapsed in 2016 after a
Whoa.
major water pipe below the surface gave way, sinking around 20 cars parked along it. A crane had to remove the waterlogged cars from the chasm, no doubt ruining the days of their unlucky owners.
Yeah.
I can only imagine
Wow.
the devastation felt by
It
the
could've been
driver of
worse.
this car, who probably rushed home to devour a pint of chocolate ice cream, only to discover the unthinkable had happened. I'm not sure what the best way to approach the recovery would be, but the sweet bounty is probably beyond salvation.
Oh my god. Oh, don't you hate that? Like, hear me out. Imagine, just it's a hot day. You bought some ice cream. Oh, you can't wait to eat it when you get home. Oh my god. I mean, you just sit there, get a bowl of ice cream, and just be, Oh, but that happens. Now, if it would have fell maybe on the side, oh, boom, I got it back up. But no, it fell like that. Oh, that's terrible. That's legit terrible.
The way to approach the recovery would be, but the sweet bounty is probably beyond salvation. This image speaks for itself as far as bad days are concerned. What could be worse than having a shed load of cement accidentally dumped on the bonnet of your shiny parked car? The fallout of this slip-up must have been pretty heated, but I'm sure the bonnet and the paintwork beneath would be beyond repair.
I almost didn't
When you're
recognize
appearing
it.
on national TV, it's probably best you know far enough in advance to prepare, or at least to put on some trousers first. This poor guy is national security expert Jack Tamarchio, who was called to speak on ABC News while out running errands. Tamarchio told the crew he didn't have a full suit in his car and was reassured that he would only be filmed from the waist up. But I guess someone told a little white lie. Everyone has heard the
Someone
age-old excuse,
really
the
didn't
dog
like
ate my
him.
homework. But more often than not, our canine companions are not all that fond of chomping down on tricky algebra assignments. To the horror of one student, though, this childhood myth came true at the wrong time when she discovered that her dog had eaten her official PhD certificate. Sometimes in life, you've got to take risks to get where you want to be. And for one couple in
Wow.
Colorado, that meant quitting their jobs and selling all their possessions to purchase a sailboat which would take them around the world. Nikki Walsh and her boyfriend Tanner Broadwell, alongside their dog Remy, set sail in 2018 with just $90 in cash and a dream. But
Okay.
that all came crashing down when their boat capsized just 2 days into the trip. The 28-foot boat sank when they accidentally entered the wrong channel, and although the couple admit they are new to sailing, they still intend to try again with a new boat. For most guys, this is a pretty confusing sight, but these bizarre skid markings are actually the result of a combination of a spray tan and a really bad day. 17-year-old Skylar Davis posted this photo in 2016 to warn girls of the pitfalls of getting into a tiff with your boyfriend moments after hitting the salon for a top-up ahead of prom. Apparently, there's a crucial 4-hour window when the fresh tan cannot come into contact with water of any kind, which rules out swimming, working out, and most definitely, crying. Nothing beats the excitement of buying a new house and dreaming of its untapped potential in the lead up to the big move.
This is why you
One
never wear
family in
makeup,
Montana got a nasty
especially in the
surprise when they
summer.
turned up to their newly built house to find this.
What
A
the?
local cattle rancher had reported stolen cows and was unaware that 4 of the missing animals had found their way into the nearby property after a storm blew the door open.
Wow.
One of the family members had gone to move the couch into the house when they were faced with total chaos. The cows had been
What
living
you
there
doing
for
in my
a
house?
month, and the whole place was riddled with poo. Sometimes it seems like luck just isn't on your side, and nothing could be more unfortunate than this story of bad fortune. Not only did someone drive away after managing to crash into this guy's parked car, but the impact of the collision pushed the car up onto the sidewalk where the vehicle was awarded a ticket for improper parking. This is not what you want to find after a long day at work.
Imagine.
A single facial expression can speak 1,000 words. And this girl is definitely communicating just how done she is with her shift at Home Depot.
Right, I'm done with
Who
everything.
knows how this chaos unfolded?
Yes.
Whether she
You-
was
you
reaching
know
a
that,
tub
Lord.
for a customer or some freak explosion occurred. But one thing's for sure,
Yes.
this mistake is gonna last. According to Redditors, the unsightly yellow paint is actually a super concentrated colorant known as tint, which can permanently stain skin and clothes. So for Megan, the nightmare has only just begun.
And it's all in the hair,
January
so she had to go
2018,
bald.
Anastasia Gruzdev went viral after posting an eye-catching selfie of her frozen
Are you in
eyelashes
Alaska?
in negative 40 degrees Celsius temperatures in harsh Siberia. As if that wasn't freaky enough, though, the 25-year-old made headlines again 6 months later when she posted this horrifying photo of herself covered in blood-sucking mosquitoes.
Whoa.
These crazy extremes are quite typical in some
you
parts
got a
of
little
Siberia,
something
where summer temperatures can
everywhere.
hit above 60 degrees Celsius. So perhaps this is just a normal day for her after all. If you're having a bad day, just
out
remember,
so
there's no
hard.
use crying over spilled milk,
I've been freaking out.
unless you're this guy. This disaster could be used for good if a nearby cat shelter was prepared to open its doors for the most efficient cleanup act possible. But alas, I don't know exactly what happened here, but the likelihood is someone's getting fired for it. Milk is also the perpetrator behind this next unbelievable accident, which unfolded in the Ukraine in 2018. CCTV footage shows a milk tanker spiraling out of control after hitting a pothole, which causes it to flip over, spilling milk all over the road before the vehicle burst into flames in a
Whoa!
dramatic turn of events. Thankfully, the driver managed to scramble free before suffering any life-threatening injuries, but the milk was beyond salvation.
Yeah. Who
Plenty
cares
of
about
us
the
have
milk?
hidden something from our parents at
I'm
some point.
alive.
But this unlucky college student got busted in the most hilarious way. 20-year-old Sydney Allen was diagnosed with syringomyelia, or extra fluid on the spine,
Syringomyelia.
and was due for a checkup at the hospital. But she hadn't considered one crucial thing when her x-rays came back. Her mother was not amused to discover her secret nipple piercings. But the pair laughed it off when the photo went viral online. What horrific accident could have occurred to turn this normal-looking guy into this? Did his brain just get super buff one day? Is it Jimmy Neutron?
Bro, I was about to
cosplay
say they
back
had
to
brain
front?
blast.
Unfortunately, the truth is not so exciting. This poor man suffered an allergic reaction to DIY hair dye, which caused his head to progressively swell like a hammerhead shark. Maybe next time the salon would be a better option. And if you're gonna do it yourself,
Bro,
at least read the box properly
You might as well
first.
stay inside.
Tons of
you gonna
viral
get
challenges
roasted
have cropped up
for
over the years,
longest of
asking us to
times.
do all sorts of things, like dump ice on our heads and plump our lips to extreme sizes. But the corn on the drill challenge really takes the cake.
Oh.
Lu Zhao from Beijing's attempt to eat corn from an automated drill
oh.
earned her viral fame for all the wrong reasons when it went horrendously wrong on camera.
Just eat it normally. There's a corn on the cob. Why you gotta put a corn on a drill? Why do people do these things? Like, are you that bored with your life? Are you that bored with your life to where I'm gonna eat a corn? Oh, okay. But I'm gonna put it on a drill. Like, why? Do you want attention that bad that you also want to see your teeth fly off in different directions too? Like, are you kidding me right now? I mean, it's like what, like, I know you're probably going to tell me, oh, Black Ghost Face, this used to be a TikTok challenge. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. And I can see right now, if someone brought this back, some people would be doing it. Oh, they bringing this back? Oh, I need this because I need the attention. This will make you go to the dentist. This will make you get dentures, false teeth, top and bottom. Why is this a thing? Just, I mean, let it be a corn on the cob eating contest. Okay, sure, that's fine. You know, corn on the cob. 10 on a plate. Who can eat the most? If you can eat it all, you win. But no, let me put it on a fucking drill. Like,
Camera.
why?
Seconds in, Zhao's hair gets caught in the drill, and it's all downhill from there as the force rips out a huge chunk of hair from her scalp, which she looks surprisingly calm about. The teen was told her hair would grow back, but it would take 6 months. I bet that's the last time she eats veg at dangerously high speeds.
Wow. Yeah, I was not expecting that. She took it much calmer than I thought. It's like ripping hair off your chest. You know what I mean? Put a little bit of glue and put a little pat on there and just... Oh man, I would have been thriving in pain if that was me. She took that like a champ. But yeah, that is it for this video. If I had to say the worst day, oh man, the worst one that had it just worse, it was a few. But hey, hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all want to stay tuned for the next time I do a Be Amazed video. You can stab the buttons down below. You will see the next video. But I hope you have a good day. Stay safe, and I shall catch y'all tomorrow.